So, it's been a bit of an eventful week. I've got to give a shout out to anyone that wants to highlight issues they have in the scene. And I can't do this without mentioning her name. MC Chickaboo has made some comments this week online in regards to stuff she's obviously been seeing. I'm actually going to just, you know what, it might just be easier if I put it up, because I've had about 15 people message me about this today. I guess because they feel it's in regards to the race situation. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I've seen people like Frosty, Jumping Jack Frost and DJ Rap and others sort of come out to suggest what she has said is extremely problematic. And so what was it? So one of them was, don't let me see any white DJs rewind anything into an all-white crowd. Stop playing black music and mimicking Jamaican dancehall culture if there's no black people there. Okay. What was the other one? Yeah, so this was unrelated. I don't know who she's talking about here, but hi, some of these white ladies that promote parties need to include black women. Your exclusionary actions are actually misogynistic. Have a look at what that means before you get all defensive. I'll wait for your education knowledge to increase. A week should do it, then I'll ask directly. Okay, so that one's a little bit more cryptic. I don't know who she's referring to. I'm trying to think of white female promoters in the jungle drum and bass industry. I mean, one who is, I guess, is perceived to be white, that would spring to mind is Mantra, but I don't think that would be the person that she's talking about, and Mantra's not white, so I don't think. Well, sorry, Indy, I shouldn't say how you present yourself. I don't know entirely how you present yourself, but I know you're to be mixed race, you know, but then I also know that you present as white, so, you know, whatever. So please don't take offence. Thing is, she's caused a bit of controversy with what she said. Is what she's saying true? Well, I would say that currently in the jungle community, in the drum and bass community, maybe it is. I think she's referring to a particular artist in question who's obviously got an event that's coming up, actually just down the road from me here in East London in a few weeks. And he has been very, very outspoken on, you know, bringing jungle back to what it should have been, or as far as what he's concerned, what it should have been. I'm, you know, I don't want to be accused of shit staring here, so I probably won't say who I think that artist is. I think anybody with an ounce of common sense and who is knowledgeable about the industry enough about who's doing events in East London and is very, very much sort of playing jungle-tastic music, so a lot of music with reggae and sort of the dub-wise sound on it, that a traditional jungle sound is doing. He's perpetuating it. He's got phrase, catchphrase, he's saying for the culture. It could be that he's doing this, and I'd love to talk to him about this. It could be that he's doing this because of the label that he was representing before previously, and that he felt that maybe the label that he was on previously wasn't doing enough for the culture. And I would wholeheartedly agree with him. But if that's the case, and he is trying to introduce a white audience to sounds that they're maybe not used to, okay, it's got a bit of a, you know, Rodigan-esque, you know, air to it. Who's the other one? Tim Westwood, you know, springs to mind. Patrick Forge springs to mind. These are all white men who played black music their entire lives to mostly white audiences. I mean, I appreciate Rodigan went out to Jamaica to play at Sunsplash a few times, but over here, he's playing to white audiences. I don't have a problem with that necessarily, but I get what Chica might be trying to point at. that we don't want a Northern Soul situation. Okay, now you go, what's wrong with Northern Soul, Chris? Well, you know, fuck Northern Soul, because and anyone that's watching this that likes Northern Soul, go fuck yourself, seriously, because you're a closet racist that wants to enjoy our culture but don't want to hang out with us or don't want to be around us. And that's what Northern Soul was. You speak to anyone slightly older than me, and then people are going to be saying to me, no, that's not true, Chris. Yeah, we let a black guy in this one in 19... Yeah, I don't care. My older brothers told me enough that I need to know. I'm taking their word over it than you will. Than your word. So I know it's a bit aggressive, but I just get irritated when people try and tell you, oh no, we weren't really that bad. Do you know what I mean? Stop it. You were. Fuck off. So what's my point here? Well, Chickaboo's made a really valid point. She's seeing something that she thinks is problematic. I'm not entirely sure if it is, but I respect her opinion and I respect her approach, because sometimes you got to just shake the tree. Sometimes you have to shake the tree. You can't just be all delicate about it. And I think, you know, people calling it, I mean, Frosty, Jabba Jack Frost called it a racist statement. I don't think it was racist. She wasn't saying fuck white people. She wasn't saying, you know, I hate them all. I don't want them to be involved. She's just saying, I have a problem seeing this time after time after time. Now, I don't know whether or not it's going to really cause anything much to happen, because to be quite honest with you, I think the people that are in power, they're not going to change anything per se unless people make noises. If people make noises and they feel that they're going to lose money, then they make the changes. And, you know, all of the major drum and bass jungle brands have been making, you know, different levels of attempts at trying to improve diversity in a number of different ways on their platforms, whatever it is. And in some cases, credit to them. In some, it's just so obviously just, oh, you know, whatever. But ultimately, if a black artist is getting paid to go and be a token at an event, then fine. I don't really have a problem with tokenism, really. I would like to find out though if if the person who she's talking about is aware of what she's saying. I'd like them to come out and say something. I'd like them to come out. Don't just go quiet, because that's what, you know, people who've got something to hide will do. Come out and say something, man. Don't let black people defend you. Yeah? Come out and say something yourself, bro. And that's really all I want to say on this. I didn't want to go to, I'm not looking to go to war with anyone, you know, sort of associated with EQ50 or Chickaboo, or I don't know if she is actually officially associated, but I believe she was. Obviously that's not my intention here. I am going to comment on what she said because it was public, and I feel that's my right and I can. Just like she had comments to make about, you know, my stuff with hospital. So, you know, I wish her well. I wish her no ill will, first of all. Well, finally. And I'm glad she said what she said, though. I'm glad she said what she said, because I'm tired of being the only one that's getting vilified. But, you know, what I hope it does, I hope it doesn't cause a division between her and that individual she's talking about. I hope that individual she's talking about just stands up, pulls his boots up, and just comes and just has the conversation. He can have it with anyone. He can get the word out with anyone. But don't hide from it, my man. Don't hide from it, right? Because if you really are about it, and you really are for the culture, which I actually genuinely believe you to be, then show you are and don't hide. Yeah? Say something. That's just me. So, that's all I want to say on that. And until the next opinion piece, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you check out the first of the Everybody Hates Chris podcast with Benny V. It was a great chat. And yeah, it was a really good chat. Please go and check it out. I seem really weird tonight. I know, I'm a bit wired. I do apologise. It's been a long day. But there's been a lot going on this week, so I do apologise if I seem like a bit, ooh. But yeah, it's I just had too many people mention this to me, and I had to talk about it, so here we are. Anyway, love to you all.